Victoria Principal entered the world on January 3, 1950, in Fukuoka, Japan, a beginning that quietly hinted at the international rhythm her childhood would follow. Being born abroad was not unusual for military families at the time, yet it gave her story an immediate sense of movement and cultural variety. Her father served in the United States Air Force, which meant stability came not from a single hometown, but from the strength of family bonds. Early exposure to different surroundings helped shape a flexible mindset and a curiosity about people and places. Rather than seeing constant relocation as disruption, she later described it as an education in understanding the world from multiple perspectives. These early experiences planted the seeds of adaptability, discipline, and awareness, qualities that would later define both her professional life and personal decisions. From the start, her journey was less about location and more about growth through change, family roots, and cultural influences. Victoria's upbringing was enriched by a blend of cultural traditions that quietly influenced her character. Her father's structured military background brought discipline and responsibility into the household, while her mother's nurturing presence created emotional balance and warmth. This combination of firmness and compassion provided a steady foundation, even as the family moved frequently. Heritage played its own subtle role, offering a sense of identity that remained constant despite changing surroundings. Family traditions, shared meals, and storytelling helped preserve continuity when everything else felt temporary. These influences encouraged respect for learning, appreciation for the arts, and strong interpersonal skills. Observers often note that her poise and confidence seemed natural, yet they were carefully shaped by years of diverse exposure and supportive parenting. Rather than being defined by one culture or place, she grew into a person who could feel at home almost anywhere. Carrying a quiet assurance that we later flee onto the screen. A childhood of constant movement. Frequent relocation meant Victoria attended numerous schools, each bringing new classmates, teachers, and expectations. While this lifestyle made lasting friendships difficult, it also taught valuable social skills that many only learn much later in life. She became comfortable introducing herself, adapting to unfamiliar routines, and observing people quickly to understand social dynamics. Each new environment added layers to her personality, from bustling cities to quieter communities. Instead of resisting change, she learned to treat it as normal, even empowering. This resilience became a hidden advantage when she eventually entered the entertainment industry, where rejection and unpredictability are common. The habit of starting over again and again built emotional strength and sharpened her communication abilities. Over time, what might have seemed like instability transformed into preparation, equipping her with the confidence to face auditions, interviews, and professional challenges with calm determination rather than fear or hesitation. Education, discipline, and early aspirations. Victoria's early education included time devoted to the performing arts, where discipline and body awareness became part of her daily routine. Training environments that demanded precision and commitment helped cultivate focus and self-control. Yet her ambitions were not limited to performance. For a period, she seriously considered a career in medicine. This interest revealed a compassionate side and a genuine desire to contribute meaningfully to society. Academic dedication and creative exploration existed side by side, illustrating a personality that valued both intellect and expression. When unexpected life events interrupted her original plans, she found herself reassessing what truly inspired her. Rather than seeing setbacks as endings, she treated them as moments for reflection. This willingness to pivot showed emotional maturity and courage. Choosing a creative path did not erase her earlier goals. Instead, it highlighted her openness to growth and her belief that fulfillment often lies where passion and purpose naturally intersect. Stepping into the world of acting. The transition into acting required persistence, humility, and relentless effort. Victoria immersed herself in auditions, modeling assignments, and training sessions, learning the industry from the ground up. Early roles did not guarantee immediate fame, but they provided experience and exposure that sharpened her skills. She approached each opportunity with seriousness, understanding that talent alone was not enough without discipline and preparation. Her dedication gradually opened doors, allowing her to demonstrate range and emotional depth. Recognition began to follow, validating the risks she had taken by leaving a more conventional path. Yet even during moments of success, she remained aware of the industry's unpredictability. This awareness encouraged her to stay grounded and continuously improve. Acting became not just a profession, but a craft she respected deeply. Through perseverance and steady growth, she transformed from a hopeful newcomer into a performer audiences recognize for both authenticity and quiet strength. Finding stardom and expanding horizons. Widespread recognition arrived when Victoria secured a leading role on a major television series that captured audiences worldwide. Her portrayal of a strong yet compassionate character resonated with viewers and established her as a household name. Fame brought opportunities, but also responsibilities, requiring balance between public visibility and personal well-being. She embraced the platform thoughtfully, using it to explore storytelling and later to venture into production, rather than remaining confined to one identity. She expanded her influence behind the scenes, shaping projects that reflected her interests and values. This transition demonstrated business acumen as well as creative independence. Success did not diminish her work ethic. Instead, it motivated her to build something lasting beyond acting alone. By diversifying her career, she secured both artistic satisfaction and professional stability. Her journey illustrated that longevity in entertainment often depends on adaptability, foresight, and the courage to evolve with changing times. Personal relationships and independence. Victoria's personal life included meaningful relationships that contributed to her understanding of partnership and self-reliance. Marriages and separations, while private matters offered lessons about compatibility, communication, and growth, she consistently emphasized respect and discretion, choosing not to turn personal experiences into public spectacle. Over time, independence became a defining element of her identity. She discovered fulfillment not only through companionship, but also through personal pursuits, entrepreneurship, and philanthropy. Decisions regarding marriage and family reflected thoughtful self-awareness rather than social expectation. By acknowledging that people evolve in different directions, she embraced change without resentment. This approach allowed her to maintain dignity and focus on constructive goals. Observers often admire her ability to balance vulnerability with strength, demonstrating that personal fulfillment can take many forms. Her life choices reveal a commitment to authenticity, proving that independence can coexist with warmth, empathy, and lasting professional dedication. Facing difficult realities with compassion. Every meaningful relationship eventually reveals moments that test emotional strength. Victoria has acknowledged that loving someone sometimes involves recognizing limits and making difficult decisions for personal well-being. Her reflections highlight empathy rather than blame, underscoring the importance of self-care and understanding when circumstances grow complex. She expressed hope, concern, and ultimately acceptance, illustrating how compassion can coexist with firm boundaries. Such experiences often leave lasting impressions, shaping how individuals approach future connections and personal growth. Instead of allowing pain to define her narrative, she transformed it into wisdom about resilience and emotional clarity. This perspective resonated with many people who recognize similar struggles in their own lives. By choosing honesty without bitterness, she demonstrated that maturity lies in acknowledging both joy and sorrow with grace. Her words conveyed gratitude for meaningful memories while honoring the importance of moving forward with dignity, peace, reflection, and lasting legacy. Now, in her later years, Victoria Principal's story reflects balance, introspection, and quiet confidence. She remains admired not only for her acting achievements, but also for her entrepreneurial success and philanthropic efforts. Time has allowed her to view earlier chapters with a perspective, turning memories into sources of gratitude rather than regret. She speaks about the past with a warmth, recognizing how each experience contributed to personal growth. Her legacy extends beyond television screens into wellness initiatives, charitable causes, and the inspiration she offers to those seeking independence and purpose. Rather than dwelling on what might have been, she celebrates what was learned and what continues to evolve. This stage of life highlights serenity rather than nostalgia, showing that fulfillment can deepen with age. Her journey stands as a reminder that resilience, authenticity, and compassion create a legacy far more enduring than fame alone.